Kia ora and welcome to Business Your Way. I'm Sandra Julian, your host and business transformation coach. This podcast is your go-to for strategies and mindset shifts to grow and scale your service-based business. No more constant hustling, just unstoppable, scalable growth with a soul-aligned essence. Join me in each episode as we uncover the secrets behind successful businesses and provide actionable insights. Let's transform your business your way and unlock the growth that you've been dreaming of. Alrighty, let's dive into this episode. Business. Kia ora and welcome to episode 118 of Business Your Way. This is episode 2 in our mini-series, The Inner Game of Business. In the previous episode, we delved into the profound impact of mindset on your entrepreneurial journey. And today in episode 2, we're taking a step further as we explore the art of manifesting to achieve your goals. And before you go skipping past this episode because you think manifesting is way too woo-woo for you, I promise you that you will be pleasantly surprised at how practical this episode is. If you've been listening to the podcast for a wee while, you know that I like to give you practical action steps from each episode. So whilst this episode is contributing to our inner game in business because that's where the change happens, manifesting to achieve your goals is another tool in your belt to help you achieve the big goals that you're setting for yourself. So I promise by the end of this episode, I'm going to give you some practical tools that you can start implementing to strengthen your inner game towards the achieving of your goals. Because achieving our goals isn't just about taking action. And because manifesting isn't just about wishful thinking or big dreams or magical prayers, whatever, that might fall into for you, manifesting is actually about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your desired outcomes to create the jaw-dropping tangible results that we are all chasing in our business. So whether you are aiming to attract high-quality clients or expand your business reach or achieve personal milestones, mastering the art of manifestation is actually the secret key to unlocking what's possible for you. So in this episode, I want to uncover the secrets to harnessing the power of manifestation in your business. From setting clear intentions to cultivating a success-orientated mindset, I'll provide you with actionable strategies to turn your aspirations into reality. But before we dive into all of that, I want to take a moment for you to reflect on where you are in your journey. And I want you to maybe listen to these next things that I'm going to give to you and identify which one of these points sounds like you the most. So are you struggling to achieve your business goals due to the lack of direction? Because you've been visualizing your success, but without a clear roadmap, it feels like you're navigating without a compass and you're not sure where you should be going next. Or do you find yourself overwhelmed by the daily tasks, leaving little time to focus on strategic growth initiatives? You've got your head down doing the busy work and there's no time to look at where you're going. So despite your best intentions, the busyness of the day-to-day operations is probably clouding your ability to manifest the time and space needed for the strategic planning and growth in your business. Or maybe you're struggling to prioritize your activities effectively, leading to a lack of focus or critical tasks or business growth. Manifesting your goals requires not only clarity of vision, but also the ability to prioritize your actions in alignment with that vision that you have for yourself and your business. So, which one of those three sounds the most like you? Or you might have self limiting beliefs and mindset barriers that are holding you back from taking bold actions towards your aspirations. Manifestation begins within. It's about overcoming your self doubt and your limiting beliefs. And this is essential if you're going to unleash the full potential of your manifesting power. Which is why the first episode in this mini series focused all on mindset. So if you haven't listened to that episode, I'd highly recommend pausing this one, going back to the last episode, listening to that, and then coming back here. Because first of all, you have to understand how your beliefs influence your thoughts, which influence your feelings, which influence your actions. And depending on the action you take, will give you a result, whether it's your desired result or a different result. And understanding that process before we get into how to utilize the tool of manifestation is really important. So go back, listen to that episode, then come back here. So I'm wondering, which of those statements that I just read to you resonates with you the most? I'm sure there is one or more of those statements that you kind of were nodding your head yes. And if that's the case, then this episode is most definitely for you. So grab a notepad, get comfortable, and prepare to unlock the magic of manifestation in your business. And like I said, this is not woo-woo. This is some practical action that you are going to implement into your business to strengthen your inner game. So welcome to episode 2 of the Inner Game of Business, the mini-series. Alrighty, my friend, let's start by talking about goal setting. Manifestation has to start with goal setting because you can manifest anything. You have to know what you want. So you need to be crystal clear on your vision. Most of us are familiar with the traditional approach to setting goals, like you set SMART goals or you set smarter goals, which are specific, measurable, actionable, risky, time-bound, exciting, and relevant. And then through meticulous planning, you plan out every step to achieve that goal and off you go. And while this method has its merits and it's great for goal setting, it falls short when it comes to achieving really big, audacious goals to get truly remarkable success. And that's because we play it safe by limiting ourselves to set goals that we know how to achieve. So when we're setting our SMART or our smarter goals, we're focusing on the how. And I know I am definitely guilty of that. I am only setting goals. Sometimes I'm only setting goals when I know the path to the how. And when I think about the goals that I've set for my business in the next 12 months, I'm pretty clear about what I would have to do to achieve them. So I'm pretty clear on the how for all of my goals in the next 12 months. But when I take this approach, we stay within our comfort zone. And this is where the growth is just incremental, like small steps towards what we know is going to happen. And to be honest, there's nothing wrong with this approach at all. It just comes with some limitations. And we just have to acknowledge that this way of operating comes with some limitations. And that's because what I've learned is that the key to unlocking extraordinary success lies in setting goals that are so bold, so audacious, and that you have no idea how you're going to achieve them. I'm talking about setting a vision, not just a goal. And setting a vision that excites you, that ignites a fire within you, that pulls you forward with an irresistible force. And it's not about the how, it's about the what. So maybe you can go back to that time when you started your business. You were excited to start your business, but you potentially had no idea how you were going to do it. You had no idea around all the moving parts, but it was a big goal, a big vision that you had for yourself that you were going to start your own business, you were going to generate your own income, and that was going to support your family. And you just set that vision. And then you went about working out the next step and then the next step and then the next step until you were up and running in your business. So this is where you have to work out, what do you truly desire? What legacy do you want to leave behind? Or what impact do you want to make on the world? And by thinking about these things, these are going to create the big, bold, audacious goals. Well, it's more of a vision than a goal, is how I like to think about it. So you want to set that big, audacious vision for your business, for yourself. And I know at this point, there might be a little voice in your mind saying to you, but isn't that just wishful thinking? Aren't you just creating pipe dreams? Because we can all do that. We can all wish upon a star and then just go about our day. But I really want to assure you that by thinking big and dreaming big and creating a big, audacious vision is not just a pipe dream. This is where manifestation becomes a powerful tool for turning your dreams into reality. This is where the manifestation tool really applies the magic. It brings the magic. So if I think about the 3-year vision that I have for my business, I've got no idea how I'm going to achieve that vision. But what I do know is that it's where I want to be in the future. So I've created a vision for my business of what I want my business to look like in 3 years' time. I'm super clear on that vision. I have detailed every piece of that vision of where I want to be. I have traveled out in a timeline 3 years from now. And I've really looked at, what is it that my business is doing? What am I doing? What is my business giving me? I've asked all those big questions and I've set the vision. And now the manifestation tool is all about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your desired outcomes. And it's all about tapping into the infinite potential of the universe and co-creating that reality. And yes, it requires action. It requires bold, decisive action. But it starts with getting clear about your compelling vision, the one that excites you, that keeps pulling you forward. So if you don't have a vision for your business, I invite you to dream big, to set a vision that is so audacious that it's scary, but it's also exciting at the same time. Because when you embrace the power of manifestation, there is actually no limits to what you can achieve. So take a moment here, stop, pause the recording, go and take a look at the goals or the vision that you have for your business. Do you know how you're going to achieve your goals that you've set? If the answer to that is yes, then your goals are not big enough. And I want to encourage you to sit down and create that big, audacious goal that is so bold that it is scary and exciting at the same time. Okay, so now you have your big vision. Let's talk about taking action, because we still need to take action. But when it comes to achieving success, whether that's in business, in your relationships, or really in any area of your life, there is a common misconception that it is all about taking massive action. And I want to say to you, if this is where you're at, you're not alone, because this is the place that I was at until I learnt how manifestation works in my business. And I learnt that the key to unlocking extraordinary results doesn't lie in actually doing more, but in thinking differently. And I know that I've talked about the 80-20 rule here before on the podcast. And this is a concept that's been around for over a century or more, but it's often overlooked in pursuit of success. It was a phrase that was coined by an Italian economist. Now, I might say this wrong, but it's Fulfredo Pareto. And that's me saying it with my accent, so it might be Pareto, but Fulfredo Pareto. This principle states that roughly 80% of your results comes from 20% of your efforts. And you can interpret that principle in a multitude of ways in different areas of your life and what you do. But 80% of your results come from 20% of the efforts. So if we apply that principle to manifestation, imagine that 80% of your success in manifesting your goals and your vision comes from your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, and your attitudes, while only 20% comes from your actions. Now, did that surprise you somewhat? I know it takes a while to get your head around this concept of how can 80% of my success be about my thinking and only 20% of my time needs to be in action. But if you think about it, how many times have you found yourself caught up in the trap of busyness, believing that success is just a matter of working harder or longer? How often have you neglected your inner work, whether consciously or unconsciously? The inner work is the mindset shifts and the belief adjustments that are essential for success. And this is why we covered mindset in episode 1 of this mini series, because that's the foundation of all the other layers. And because success is an inside-out game, it begins with your mindset, your beliefs about what you believe is possible, your attitudes towards success and failure, and your ability to overcome obstacles and setbacks. That is all an inner game. And yet so often we go looking externally to solve these problems for us. So too many of us get stuck in the 80-20 trap. And this is a phrase that I learned from Regan Hillier. She is the queen of manifestation. And so she calls this the 80-20 trap. And it's where most entrepreneurs spend 80% of their time taking action and only 20% of their time on believing what's possible, when it is the opposite that is true. And after all of the work that I've been doing on my inner game, I believe this to be true. So we need to shift our focus from doing to being. Let me say that again, because that really needs to sink in. We need to shift our focus from doing to being, from taking action to cultivating the right mindset. And that is where the work lies. That's the work that we need to do. So instead of hustling harder, we need to work smarter. And I know that's a cheesy, overused phrase, but we need to be investing our time and energy in activities that nourish our minds and then align that with our vision. So this means prioritizing activities like meditation, visualization, and personal development. Practices that strengthen your mindset and cultivate a success-orientated attitude, because everything starts in our brain. Everything that we believe, that we think about this world, about what we're doing, around how we're doing it, it all starts in our brain. And by strengthening our mindset, we can amplify the power of our actions and accelerate our progress towards our vision even quicker. So we first have to do the inside work. When we do the inside work, our actions are way more powerful. They can propel us forward even quicker and faster than ever before because we've taken the time to do the inside work. And that's why I truly believe business is an inside-out game. And this is why I've invested in putting this mini-series together for you to understand how focusing on your inner game can really propel your business forward. I wanted to jump in here really quickly and ask you for a big favor. If you are loving this podcast and this episode, I would be grateful if you could share it with a friend. Or even better yet, jump over onto Instagram and share it on your stories. Don't forget to tag me. I'm sandrajulian.co. That really is the best way for others to find out about this podcast, and I thank you in advance. Alrighty, back to the episode. Alrighty, let's get into the practical part of the episode, because I always like to give you practical tools that you can then implement into your business. Because manifesting is not about setting intentions and waiting for miracles to happen. Although I think this is how many perceive manifestation, which is why many perceive that manifestation is woo-woo. But I'm sure you've heard, or maybe you've even created a vision board. Like doing a vision board is like commonplace. Lots of people talk about it. Lots of people do it. And creating a vision board is the first step in manifesting your dreams. But most people, they create a vision board, they put it on the wall, and then they wonder why none of it has happened 2 years later. Then they were like, vision board's just a load of rubbish. And while I'm not poo-pooing the vision boards, because I love me a good vision board, you have to work on your inner game to take action towards the items on your vision board. So if you have a big, audacious goal, then for sure, get a vision board together. The vision board is something that will visually remind you of where you're going every day. But then we have to take action towards achieving those things that you're putting on your vision board. And that's where actively co-creating your reality through consistent and intentional practice comes into play. And one of the most powerful ways to do this is through a daily manifestation practice. Because when we're manifesting, we are co-creating with the universe. And really, it's simple. It's about making time each day to connect with your desires, to visualize your goals, and align your thoughts and beliefs with those desired outcomes that you have for yourself. And one of my favorite techniques for daily manifestation is creative visualization. So this involves vividly imagining yourself achieving your goals and experiencing the emotions associated with that success. So whether it's landing your dream client, reaching a specific revenue milestone, or expanding your business reach, visualize it as if it has already happened. So if you have a goal to land a dream client, you have to visualize that that has already happened, that that company is already a client and you are working with them. So this practice, this creative visualization, it's something that top athletes have done for many years. They spend time visualizing their best performance. They spend time visualizing winning the gold medal or finishing the race with a personal best. They take the time to visualize what their body is doing, how their body is performing, what they are feeling in order to run the race, win the race, whatever the sport is that they're doing. You know, they're visualizing how they are doing it, and they're visualizing that they've already achieved their desired outcome. And in business, we don't really talk about it in the same way. So what I'm trying to say to you is this practice of creative visualization isn't new, but not many use it in business, or not many talk about using it as a business tool. But there is lots of evidence, and the more you look, the more you find, right? There is lots of evidence about successful business people using their mind to create their success, using different meditation, manifestation techniques to create the success that we see today. So this only takes about 10 minutes a day and can have a really profound difference on you and your business. The best time to do this is first thing in the morning, when your mind is in a deeply relaxed state and your subconscious is more receptive to the suggestions you're going to bring about with the manifestation. So when you wake up in the morning, before you reach for the phone, before you dive into the shower, take a moment to center yourself. Find a quiet and comfortable space where you won't be disturbed. Close your eyes and begin your manifestation practice. Imagine a big TV screen about 2 meters in front of you. And on that screen is the scene of your life as you achieve your vision. So start by just choosing one goal. Choose one thing to focus on. Visualize your goal with crystal clear clarity. Imagine every detail on that big screen. It's like a scene from your future life. What are the sights, the sounds, the sensations that you're feeling? Feel the excitement and the joy, the gratitude as your goal has already been achieved. What will that feel like? Imagine yourself having achieved that goal or in that stage of having just achieved the goal. What does that look like as a scene from your life? Play it on the big screen like it's a scene from a movie. And the most important piece here is that you have to believe with unwavering certainty that this is possible for you. This is really, really, really important. You have to believe with unwavering certainty that this is going to happen, that your vision that you see on that big screen is going to happen. It's just like every day you wake up and you know with unwavering certainty the sun is going to rise and the sun is going to set. You don't question it, you just know it, and you just know it's going to happen. You need to have the same belief about your vision, about your goal. And it's not a matter of if, it's just when. So that's the level of belief that you have to have in your vision. So as you continue this practice day after day with the same goal, you'll start to notice a shift in your mindset and a shift in your perspective. You'll become more aligned with your goal, more attuned to the opportunities, and more confident in your ability to manifest your desires into reality. The more that you do this, the more clarity you will have about the next best step. Because remember, these goals are so big and so audacious that you've got no idea of the how. But the more time you spend manifesting and doing this creative visualization exercise, the more clear you will come about your next step, about the baby step that you need to take towards your vision. That baby step becomes clearer because of the manifestation. Because now you have a big vision, you can set your mind on getting to work to solve the problem of how you're going to get there. So once your mind knows where you're going, it thinks of it like a problem, and our mind likes to solve problems. So it starts to think, well, how are we going to get there? And so then those baby steps become clear around how you're going to get there as your mind gets to work. So you won't know exactly, but the 20% of your time, which is you taking action, the baby steps that you'll take in that 20% of time will get you closer every day to that big goal. And your mind thinks it's a fun game. And so it plays along. And so I encourage you to make time for a daily manifestation practice and make it not negotiable. Make it a not negotiable part of your daily routine. Add 10 minutes to the beginning of your day before you do anything else. And maybe it's you wake up, you go to the toilet, you come back to bed, you get comfy, you sit up, you close your eyes, and you head into your manifestation. Do that for 10 minutes. Set a timer. Or if you don't want to set a timer, but you just want time to imagine that movie playing out, and then see how long that took you. Maybe your first day, it might take you 5 minutes because you haven't really tuned your imagination in yet. Then the next day, maybe you spend 10 minutes, you find more detail. So allow this to happen for you. But the important thing is that you make it a daily practice. Commit to it wholeheartedly and then watch as the universe conspires around you and with you to bring your dream to life. Because have you ever heard anyone say, growing my business is so easy? I just magically know exactly what to do, and then I sit back, watch things automatically fall into place. I'm not sure why people think this is so hard. No one has ever said that. Even if you talk to the most successful entrepreneurs on this planet, none of them will say that growing a business is easy. Because growing a business can feel like you're up one moment and then you're down the next, and you're slogging through a foggy-filled swamp, and just every step that you take feels hard. And then sometimes it feels like you're just gliding down easy street. Growing your business to the next level, regardless of the level that you're at, growing your business to the next level is going to be challenging. But take that challenge on, because manifestation isn't about making things easy. Manifestation isn't about making operating our business easy. What it's about is aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with your goals, co-creating that with the universe, and seeing your desired outcomes become reality. It's about acknowledging that challenges and setbacks, they're going to happen. But focusing on the possibilities and the solutions is where you want to put your mindset. It's about staying resilient and determined to face adversity, knowing that every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. So as I close out today's episode, I really want to encourage you to embrace the power of manifestation in your journey as an entrepreneur. We have to focus on our inner game. Set big, bold visions for yourself and your business. Cultivate a success-orientated mindset and take inspired action towards your goals. And remember, it's okay to face challenges along the way. In fact, every part of the journey you're going to face challenges. But don't let them discourage you. Keep believing in yourself. Trust in the process. And keep manifesting the business and the life of your dreams. I promise you that things will change. When you focus on your inner game and you invest 80% of your time on your inner game and 20% of your time in taking action, magic will happen. It's not a matter of if, it's just when. So if you are enjoying this mini-series, I would really love it if you could rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts or rate the show on Spotify. Your review lets other people know that this is a podcast worth listening to. And I would really love the opportunity to get the content of this podcast out into the ears of many more business people. It feels wrong to have all of these lessons that we learn in business just to be, stuck where no one sees them. And yet I know that so many business people are struggling and they're just not knowing where to go next. So the free content that I create on this podcast, I hope will help many business people overcome the challenges that they're facing. And let business be fun and enjoyable and not heavy and weighed down. And then if you're enjoying this mini-series, I want you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, so you can get notified of new episodes as soon as they are released. And so you won't miss out on the third episode in this mini-series, The Inner Game of Business. In the next episode, I am diving into how you can lean into your intuition to grow your business. Alrighty, my friend, I will talk to you then. Before you go today, if you are ready to make some bold moves in 2024, I invite you to book a discovery call with me. Let's have a chat about your unique needs and explore how my Being Boss Pahi Puawai coaching program can elevate your business to new heights this year. I encourage you to act quickly though, because my prices are set to increase when I complete my business coach certification, which I am currently doing. So if you want to seize the opportunity to get some coaching with me at a ridiculously low price, then head on over to sandrajulian.co/coaching, book that discovery call, and let's have a conversation about how we can transform your business in 2024. Thank you so much for tuning in to Business Your Way. Remember, your success is my mission, and that is what I'm here for. Until next time, stay inspired and keep being the boss and building your business your way.